this afternoon. Right, welcome back to the Bakers Oval Reserve here this afternoon for the third and vital quarter, as I say, the Ron Brain quarter of football for this GDFL game between Geelong West Cricket and Football Club and East Belmont, where we see the Aussie Tapes third quarter scoreboard show Geelong West Cricket and Football Club 8 goals 5-53, leading East Belmont, who are on 1 goal 8-14. Just to mention a couple of our sponsors too, Manifold Video, that help out with this videoing here this afternoon and throughout the year. 3 locations there in Bellarine Street, Geelong, in Shannon Avenue, Geelong West, and Detroit Crescent out there at Corio. Max Fry Smash Repairs for all your panel beating and spray painting, insurance work and repaints out there in Grayling Street, Belmont. The Geelong Football Umpires League, Alan McLean down there supporting West Coast and District, and Guest Video Productions. They're just a few of the sponsors who help Guest Video Productions throughout the year. From the bounce in the centre, we see Cox for Geelong West get the ball up towards half forward. Bit of jostling. Sterling runs onto it. Can't control it. He's got backup support there, and a shot towards the goal off the boot of Yannick, and it's bottled up in the pocket by the East Belmont players and rushed across the line by Barry Edwards, and we'll have a throw in just beside the point post, the Shannon Avenue end of this oval. Boundary umpire with the ball, brings it back into play. They set themselves. Bailey doing the ruck work, gets the tap down. First under the ball we see for East Belmont was Hawkins. His handball out towards the boundary line. It's picked up here by a teammate. Handballs it to Lucas. Lucas now across half back he goes. Gives it to a teammate running through there in Posman. He's caught. Lucas back onto the ball now. A long handball puts his teammate under pressure. Gives it back to Lucas. Lucas kicks down towards the centre of the ground. They set themselves. Thomas in front, and Thomas takes a good mark there on half back flank. Thomas looking further down the ground, comes across towards the centre wing. They set themselves out here. Oh, up high, the Geelong West player interferes with the East Belmont opponent there, and he'll take the free kick, and it's Hetherington on centre wing. Hetherington now for East Belmont. Looking for movement down forward. There's not much. Now he goes for the short pass, and he's Lucas drops a sitter there, but he's back onto it, picks it up, a long handball across looking for Posman. On his hammer there is Michael Gardner. Posman over the top of the ball. Gardner gives him a little bit of a shove, holding the man, and the free kick to go to Posman in the centre of the ground. Posman goes deep towards a pocket. Out they come. Up, thumped the way down there by Cotter for the Geelong West side. On his hands and knees, flipping the ball out there was Rowe for East Belmont, but in defence, it's socket off the ground. Over the line it goes, and we'll have a throw in half-back flank for the East Belmont attacking end of the ground. Right, the boundary umpire brings it back in. Cox gets a tap down, picked up here by Thomas. Thomas's high kick round towards the centre wing. Up they fly, and a good mark taken over there for the East Belmont side, over on the far side of the ground by Hetherington. Right, kicks the ball towards the 10-yard square. Up they go, brought to ground, picked up here for East Belmont. He's caught, drops the ball as Robe. In there fighting hard as Edwards for the East Belmont side. Cox knocks it away from the handball, picked up by Posman. He's caught, handball out by Franey. Up in the air it goes, tap down where we see Geelong West player try to get his boot to the ball in Neil. It's kicked forward for East Belmont. A bit of jostling down there, a good mark, either the mark or the free kick to be paid to East Belmont, directly in front, about 20-25 metres out, and the mark has been, it's been given to Jason Smith. We've been playing just on 4 minutes here into the third quarter for this game. Smith comes in, the drop punt, and a badly needed goal, and a good goal to the East Belmont side here. First goal for the third quarter, a good start for them, because I felt that if Geelong West had got the first one on the board, it might have been a bit of a runaway victory for them. But to East Belmont's credit, they've come out after half time, and they're playing a lot better than they did in the first half. We see the Aussie Tapes video supply scoreboard, third quarter scoreboard showing Geelong West Cricket and Football Club 8-5-53, East Belmont 2 goals 8-20. Aussie Tapes for all your tape requirements, exclusively used by Guest Videos. Right from the ruck, Cox gets it down, but it's picked up in defence and kicked forward by Hawkins for the East Belmont side. In towards the centre of the ground, going through, picking the ball up, and a high kick there for East Belmont out to half forward. In front for Troll, he couldn't take the mark. He's got support though from Spears. Spears from from half-back now. Kicks the ball wide, floats close to the boundary line, goes over the line on the full, and a free kick to be paid to East Belmont between centre wing and half-back flank. Short pass, up they fly, tapped down by the Geelong West players close to the boundary line, but they're pushed across the line with the ball and we'll have a throw in. Stuart Benyon, it was the Geelong West player there who comes through strongly but just couldn't keep it in play. From the throw-in, Cox gets it down. Oh, he tapped it over his player's head, picked up by Posman, bursts his way through. He's got support there. Good pick up by Povey. Povey spears the ball down forward. A nudge given down there. First onto the ball is Smith for East Belmont. Has a flying shot towards a goal, but it goes out of bounds on the full, and the free kick to be taken down there for the Geelong West side by Damien Cotter. Right, Cotter now from the last line of defence. A little chip kick out finds John Sterling between the back pocket and the half-back flank. Sterling now looking for movement further down the ground. Goes short and finds Bradbury. Gained about 10 metres there with that kick. Bradbury from half-back kicks the ball down towards centre wing. They set themselves down there, and a good mark taken by Lucas for the East Belmont side. Lucas now from centre wing kicks down towards half forward looking for McLaughlin. A good, not paid by the umpire. McLaughlin under pressure there. I thought he should have been paid either the mark or the free kick because Bradbury just cannoned straight into the middle of his back, but the umpire has told the boundary umpire to throw it in. Bit of shepherding in the ruck here allows Geelong West to come out with the ball. Handball across by Barachi to Bradbury. Bradbury short kick ground, but McLaughlin thumps it back from whence to come. Tap to the ground here. West first under the ball. Flipped the ball out. Picked up here on half-back. A kick towards the centre of the ground. Waiting here is the East Belmont player. First onto the ball. Picks it up. Dodges around one. Good play there by Legal. Kicks it forward, but the big fellow for Geelong West and Cox takes the mark. Kicks the ball out here towards the centre wing. Sterling should be paid the free kick. Legal had no eyes on the ball. Just went straight for the player, and Sterling to take the free kick here on centre wing. Right, Sterling now to put Geelong West into attack. Goes straight across the ground towards the centre, looking for his teammate. McLaughlin late on the scene, thumps the ball to ground, picks it up. Now, has one bounce running through centre. Kicks the ball towards the pocket. Not a very good kick off the side, the boot at Screws. Heading towards the boundary line. And Cotter doing good work down there for the Geelong West side. But the ball's over the line and we'll have a throw in. Right, from the boundary, throw-in, it's tapped down by Barachi, comes out where Posman overruns the ball. McLaughlin trying to tap the ball, pick it up there, being held, and he'll take a free kick on the 50-metre line, half-forward flank. Right, McLaughlin kicks the ball towards the square. They set themselves up, they fly over the back of the pack. It's all Geelong West. Cotter it is, I think, down there. Oh, bad kick though. It's gone wide, too wide for his teammate there in Fratoli. Over the line it goes and we'll have a throw-in. 8 minutes into this, the third quarter here, this game between Geelong West Cricket and Football Club, East Belmont, Geelong District Football League 1992. Cox tries to grab the ball out the ruck, handballs it out looking for Fratoli there. He picks the ball up now, dodges around one, he's bundled across the line and we'll have a throw in. Right, waiting for the boundary umpire to bring this ball back into play. In it comes. Big Cox grabs it out of ruck, gets a short kick, goes towards centre half back. Timmy Gardner there, couldn't take it. McLaughlin's in there for East Belmont. Gardner being held, given the free kick, handballs it out wide where he's got running through the centre of the ground there. Ingwinson gets it across to his teammate there in Benyon. Benyon down towards the half-forward line, picked up by Stennett. Stennett loses control of the ball, playing for a free kick, picks it up now, kicks the ball towards the pocket. Leading out there is Bailey, and a good mark, a strong mark taken there by Bailey in front of his opponent in Edwards, but he's right on the boundary line, right in front of the social club area there of the Geelong West. Right, Bailey comes in now, has a shot towards a goal. The umpire running across, and I think 1 point is the result. Yes, 1 point off the boot of James Bailey after that strong mark in the pocket. That's at the 10-minute mark of this, the third quarter here this afternoon. Waiting for the Barry Edwards, East Belmont fullback, to bring the ball back into play. Goes to the far side of the ground, out the scoreboard side. A good kick looking for Big Hetherington, but he's outmarked over there by Bradbury. Bradbury now, short passes to a teammate leading, but chipping in across the front of the pack there was McLaughlin. Takes a mark, kicks the ball from where it came. A diving attempt to mark there by Ingwinson for the west side. Comes straight across the centre and finds Thomas in the centre of the ground. Thomas looking for movement, but does none down forward. Now he comes straight across the back pocket player, and John Sterling's come down to centre wing. Chips it across it, looking for Fratoli. Fratoli now kicks towards a 10-yard square. Up they fly. Bailey couldn't take the mark. Good defensive play, Wilkins, so for East Belmont. Sees the ball come back out, but Fratoli chips in and takes the mark. Plays on as soon as he hits the ground. A little short kick in towards a pocket. Too far for his teammate there in Westwick, and the ball has gone over the line on the full, and the free kick to be taken by Barry Wilkins. We see the Aussie tapes, third quarter scoreboard, Geelong West Cricket and Football Club 8-6-54, leading East Belmont 2 goals 8-20. Wilkins now with the ball, kicks the ball down towards a half-back flank. Big Cox sets himself. Posman over the back. Nelly took the mark. Handball intercepted by Fratoli. His kick's intercepted. Cops one after he got rid of the ball. Posman's in there trying desperately for East Belmont. Being held, and he'll take the ball. A well-deserved free kick. He was the only one after the ball that time, and Posman will take the free kick. Good umpiring to players pulling and shoving each other there, and Posman to take the resulting 50-metre penalty. Soon breaks up the little scuffles there, and Posman now will take the free kick. Centre wing. Comes in, kicks towards centre half forward. Got a lead down there. Up they fly in front of the pack. Couldn't take the mark. Was the Edwards for East Belmont. He tries to handball the ball out. Coming through there was Bradbury. Picked up though in a kick forward for the East Belmont by Jason Smith. It goes wide towards the pocket. Leading in the race for the ball out there is Barachi. Picks it up, kicks down towards centre wing. 1 on 3 down here. Good play, Timmy Gardner. You were the only one there for the west side. Flips it across where Benyon picks it up. Goes down and finds Sterling between centre wing and half forward flank. Sterling now looking to play on quickly. Goes back. The umpire giving him a benefit of doubt. I thought he played on. Chips at a little short kick. Gains about 10 metres and finds Stuart Benyon. Benyon now across to a teammate. All attending the 50-metre line is Westwick. Has a flying shot towards the goal. Long kick. Barley tried to use his body down there, but it's gone over the heads of the players and through for one behind. Right, Edwards brings the ball back into play for the East Belmont side. A lovely kick out here towards the half-back flank. Posman up high, couldn't take the ball. Kicked off the ground by the East Belmont player. Over the line it goes on the full, and the free kick to be taken for Westia by Spears. Spears now. Kicks towards centre half forward. Stennett's there again. Bit of jostling over the heads of the players it goes. Timmy Gardner thumps it forward, where we see going across though is Wilkins. He couldn't control it. Being held without the ball there is the East Belmont player, and he'll take the free kick down there, and this is Jamie Legal. Right, Legal with the ball now. The umpire very meticulous in what's going to happen here. He's got a kick across his mark. Right, Legal round the far side to the ground. Kicks the ball wide. Big Cox goes across there. Couldn't take it. McLaughlin being held without the ball. Going through is Bradbury playing the ball ahead of him, but it goes across the line and we'll have another throw in. Right, from the throne, Cox gets a tap down. It comes here to Michael Gardner. He screws it round and he's found Benyon again playing a good game. He's overrun there and will take the free kick at centre half forward, and there's a East Belmont player in trouble there. Number 36 it is, and this is Trevor Keegan. Right, the kicking towards a lead here by Bailey. He couldn't take it. Edwards takes it off the top of the pack. Thumps the ball way down towards centre wing. Coming in there and taking a good mark is Noel Neal. Neil now, centre wing for the Geelong West side. Chips one in, he's found Spears. Spears comes across the ground. He's got two players out here. Fratoli takes a mark, hits the ground. Over the top with handball, he goes to find Thomas. Thomas steadies now, kicks towards a 10-yard square looking for Bailey. Bailey using his body. Edwards just as strong. Taps the ball over the back of the pack. Edwards goes towards the boundary line and will have a throw in about 5 metres around from the Geelong West point post. The boundary umpire brings the ball back in quickly. Tap out by Hawkins, gains about 20 metres free side, round the boundary line it goes. Scramble over there in front of the club rooms, and the umpire will move in and ball it up. Right at the 15-minute mark of the third quarter, that's the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock out there at Karaya Village, and the ball hits the turf. Goes in towards a pocket. Posman takes it across the line. Yes, deliberate, the umpire said, and the free kick will be taken down there for the Geelong West side, and it'll be taken by David Rowe. Right on the boundary, kicking from about 5 metres out. A left foot check kick, and I tell you what, it's a great goal to the Geelong West side off the boot down there of David Rowe, and Geelong West have brought up their 9th goal for the afternoon. Right now we see the Aussie Tapes video supplies third quarter scoreboard show. Geelong West Cricket and Football Club 9 goals 7-61 leading East Belmont, who are on 2 goals 8-20. That goal came up at the 17-minute mark of the third quarter. The bounce of the ball, Big Cox being held there in the centre bounce, and he'll take the free kick and put West back into attack. Right, straight down the centre he should go. A wobbly old kicker floats out towards a pocket, and a mark straight into the arms of Bailey. Play on the umpire's cause. His handball finishes up in the arms of Edwards. He's had 2 bounces. Steadies now. Lovely kick out there and to a teammate out on the centre wing, and he finds him too, and a good mark taken out there by Edwards. Edwards from centre wing now, kicks the ball towards centre half forward, looking for Franey, uses his body, but good play there by Westwick, brings the ball to turf. He picks it up, has a quick kick towards the centre of the ground. Oh, courageous play there by Benyon. Takes a mark, gets it down to Timmy Gardner. He hits the ground, plays on quickly, kicks the ball out wide. Up they fly out here. Oh, good defensive play for East Belmont though. Picking the ball up there for Geelong West was Rowe again, but East Belmont was the support. Handball across there to a teammate. Sees the ball kicked down towards centre wing, straight into the waiting arms of Thomas. Thomas now, centre wing, kicks the ball towards the pocket. Up goes Stennett, over the head of Stennett it goes though. Coming through strongly there for the East Belmont side was Hawkins, playing a good game. There, gets a kick where Lucas picks it up. Lucas now kicks the ball down towards the centre wing. A kick further afield for East Belmont, sees it goes down to half forward where it's trapped over there by Edwards. He's caught with the ball, and the free kick to be taken over there for the Geelong West side by Barachi. Barachi now from half back, a high kick down towards centre wing. Thomas underneath him, McLaughlin from behind, and the umpires paid McLaughlin the mark. He plays on quickly, kicks the ball across towards the centre of the ground. Fratoli couldn't get it. On his hands and knees, it's bottled up there by the players, and we'll have a ball up between centre and centre half forward, just on the East Belmont attacking side of the ground. At the 18-minute mark of this, the third quarter, the umpire moves in, puts the ball to turf. Up she goes. Cox gets the front position, thumps it out, kicked in mid-air by McLaughlin. Gains the ball down to the half-forward line. Westwick couldn't control it. Handball sees East Belmont through the agency of Edwards, but his kick smothered. Goes to Lucas. Lucas is kicked down forward. Cotter down there in defence for the Geelong West side takes a good mark. Oh, not a very good kick though. Puts it out in front of his player. Fratoli swoops on it, taking the ball towards the boundary, pushing the back, and he'll take the free kick half-back flank. Kicks the ball around towards centre wing. Oh, another push in the back there. Bad play by the East Belmont side there in Legal. Sees Geelong West go forward. Stennett takes a mark half-forward now. Hits the ground. Looking to play on, chips one in short where he's got a teammate there in Spears. Spears now lines the goals up, a shocking kick off the boot from Spears, and the ball goes out of bounds on the full. Should have done better there. He had no one within cooey of him, blazed away, and the ball went out of bounds on the full. Right, Barry Edwards to bring the ball back into play. Kicks the ball long out to half back. Up high is Stennett, and Stennett's taken another mark on the half forward line. Chips the short one straight across towards centre half forward where he's found Benyon. Benyon now looking to play on, but he's got no lead. Now he has from the big fella Bailey, but it's right into the pocket. Edwards there with him, thumps it to ground, and across the line it goes, and we'll have a throw in the forward pocket. Right, the boundary umpire brings it back into play. Bailey grabs it, a high kick towards the goals, but I think he's off target, and 1 point is the result. Did the right thing there. No one went for the ball in the ruck. He grabbed it out as it came in, had a flying shot towards the goal, but 1 point is the result. And that's at the 20-minute mark of this, the third quarter, on the Rockies' 24-hour locksmith clock. We see that Geelong West advanced their score by 1 point. The Aussie Tapes Video supplies third quarter's scoreboard. Geelong West Cricket Footy Club 9-8-62, East Belmont 2-8-20. Right, the ball kicked out by Edwards, where it's in the arms now of Hawkins. He taps it across towards the centre of the ground. Hetherington, good play, gets it across to Posman. He has one bounce, been chased by Gardner. Thumped after he kicked the ball, and the free kick to go down the ground will be taken for the East Belmont side by Scott Robe. Robe kicking from the 50-metre line, comes in with the drop punt, a high kick towards the 10-yard square. It's up they fly down there, knocked away by the defence of Geelong West, but East Belmont first onto the ball, can't control it. There's 1-4 over there, East Belmont only with the one. He bottles the ball up underneath him, and we'll have a ball up about 15 metres out from the East Belmont goal. Right, up in the air she goes. Grabbed out the ruck for East Belmont. They tried to get it out with handball, but they can't. Picked up here and kicked forward for Geelong West, but straight into the waiting arms there of Edwards. Edwards with a short kick across to the half-forward line. Finds a teammate there in Kelly. Right, Kelly now, half-forward flank. Be kicking from just inside the 50-metre line. Plenty of concentration. Comes in with the drop punt. It floats, and I tell you what, it's going to float through. Yes, a goal there. A badly needed one to the East Belmont side off the boot of Damien Kelly. That's his first for the afternoon. East Belmont's third, and that came up at the 22-minute mark of the third quarter. To their credit, East Belmont have come out after half-time, and they're showing a lot more endeavour here at the moment, and they're just been rewarded with one goal. Good play there, unselfish play, got it across to Kelly, and he didn't let them down. Right now, the ball back in the centre. Down she goes, up they go. Cox given a decent sort of a push, but it comes to ground. Benyon with the ball again, twisting and turning. Smothered by Posmans. Posmans back onto the ball now. He's in there on his own. Gets it out to Lucas. Lucas with a long handball out here finds Kelly. Kelly tries to beat his opponent. He does. Chips one down towards half forward. Frayne takes a mark. Hits the turf. Plays on quickly. Has one bounce. Steadies now. Kicks on the run. Given a bit of a shove as he kicked that one, and it's gone through for one behind off the boot of David Frayne. Right, Cotter to bring the ball back into play. Right, the short pass. He's found his teammate there in Neil. Neil plays on now from the back pocket. Kicks the ball out wide where he's got Bradbury out there and the half-back flank, and Bradbury takes a mark. Over the top he goes with handball where he's got running onto the ball Ingwinson. He kicks down towards half-forward. Stennett thumps the ball across looking for a teammate there in Benyon, who swoops on it now. Kicks the ball over the 50-metre line. The bouncing ball. Edwards comes through for East Belmont. Couldn't trap it. Picked up here for Geelong West. Handball out towards Stennett. Stennett now steadies. Has a shot towards a goal, and I tell you what, I think he's dobbed it. Yes, another goal to Peter Stennett, and Geelong West get their 10th, is it? And they go further ahead at the 24-minute mark of the third quarter here this afternoon. Peter Stennett, 4 goals for the West side this afternoon here, and playing quite a good game at centre half forward, and his opponent in Hawkins is not doing a bad job either. Right now, waiting for the umpire to receive this ball and back in the centre of the ground to recommence this game, where we See the Aussie tape scoreboard show Geelong West Cricket and Football Club 10-9-69, East Belmont 3-8-26. A bounce of the ball in the centre. Lucas tries to get out with handball, intercepted by Bradbury. Going through his Westwick, Ingerson again. He couldn't do anything with it. Comes here where Fratoli's first on the ball. Slips over, tries to get it out to Bradbury. Bradbury picks it up. Long handball out here to his teammate Neil. Neil down towards half forward. Over the heads of the players it goes, and the bouncing ball bounces over the line, and we'll have a throw in. There's a little bit of a altercation in the centre of the ground, and the umpire just coming back to sort it out. Right now, waiting for the boundary umpire to bring this ball back into play. In she comes Bailey doing a bit of pushing and shoving there. It's thumped down by the East Belmont side where Kelly's first onto the ball, but he's over the line, and we'll have another throw in.
Well, it's on. It's on. Get it, Brett.
The East Belmont player was pushed after he went across the line. The umpire's given the free kick, and we're just waiting for this player to take the free kick. Right. The kick down towards the centre wing. They set themselves. Big Cox in there. Couldn't take the mark. Over the back of the pack it goes. It's diving in there is Benyon trying to get the ball out. The umpire move in and ball this ball up. Right, the umpire puts the ball to turf. Up they go. Lucas thumps the ball away, but straight where Michael Gardner couldn't get it. East Belmont with the ball. It comes out the back of the pack, picked up by Lucas again. A very scrambly play here, and the umpire's forced to move in and ball it up again. Right, down to turf she goes. Up they go. Cox being held by the arm. It comes down where Lucas gets a quick kick forward. Down towards the forward pocket. Cotter coming out of defence for the Geelong West side. Tapped on by Posman. Good play. Allows his teammate there in Robe to run onto it, but he's not quick enough to get there, and the ball beats him across the line, and we'll have another throw in at the 27-minute mark of this, the third quarter. Right, boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. It hits the ball, hits the turf. First onto the ball is Ingwinson for the Geelong West side. Kicks the ball back towards half forward. Fratoli caught behind. Over the back of the pack it comes. Spears runs onto it for the Geelong West side. A long handball towards Fratoli. He couldn't take it. Gardner's onto it now. Gardner running back in. Handball here to Benyon going centre wing. Benyon kicks back in towards the centre of the ground. A good mark taken there by Neil. Neil now. Short pass on, not a very good pass. Over the heads of all players. Running onto the ball we see for the Geelong West side, and a long kick forward for them was Westwick down towards the pocket. Good body work by the full forward. Had time to bend over and pick it up though, Bailey. Socketed off the ground, and it's gone out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in right beside the point post at the Shannon Avenue end of this ground. 28 minutes gone in this, the vital third quarter here this afternoon. Plays become a bit scrambly as the quarter's gone on, and not much scoring being done. From the boundary line thrown, up they go. Bailey thumps it down. Stennett couldn't take the ball. Comes out where we see East Belmont fumble, and it's rushed through for one behind to the West Cricket and Football Club side. Right, Edwards to bring this ball back in for the East Belmont side. Goes to the scoreboard side. A lovely kick from the full-back out there. Up they fly. Ball's ping-pong out there. It comes to ground now where it's picked up by Lucas. Lucas's handball towards a teammate. He taps the ball further afield. Good play. Gives it to his teammate Hetherington. Hetherington back to Montgomery. He's caught. Slung as he kicks the ball. The ball goes high towards the boundary line. Thumped further forward by the East Belmont side, but it's gone over the line, and we'll have a throw in. Right, the boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. Big Cox being held by one arm, but he gets it down. Caught with the ball as a Geelong West player there. Comes out to where Lucas gets it. Lucas across to Wilkins. Wilkins from half back now. Kicks the ball down towards the centre wing. The bouncing ball favours Fatoli. Grabs it. Chips one round the corner looking for a teammate here on centre wing. Spears it is. Spears caught with the ball, ridden into the ground, and he'll take the free kick between centre wing and half forward flank for the Geelong West side. Right, Spears now kicks the ball towards centre half forward. Out comes Big Bailey and takes a nice mark, a good lead, takes a good mark on his chest, directly in front, kicking from just outside the 50-metre line. And there's the siren to end the third quarter here. Went 29 minutes on the Rockies time clock and here this afternoon. Now Spears goes back. Bailey, sorry, it is going back. He's kicked 1 goal for the West Cricket and Football Club side here this afternoon. Comes in, the drop punt, gets underneath it, it floats across the front of the big sticks, and 1 point is the result. And that's another point to the Geelong West Cricket and Football side here on the siren to end the third quarter. And just a couple of more mentions. Delta Carpets, the greatest floor show in Geelong. Corner of Jerringhap and Brougham Streets in Geelong there. For all your carpet needs is another proud sponsor of Guest Video Productions. Bird Cameron Chartered Accountants at 4446 Little Rowley Street, Geelong. For all your accounting needs, call in and see Bird Cameron there. Rocky's Coria Village 24-hour locksmith while you wait. Out there at Coria Village for all your locksmithing and engraving needs, call in and see Rocky's out there at Coria Village News Agency. Peter Jackson Graphics, another proud sponsor of Guest Video Productions, 437 Marlborough Street, Geelong. In there for all your printing, commercial artists, typesets and plate making needs, call in and see Peter Graphics in Marlborough Street, Geelong. And another proud sponsor of Guest Video Production is the Geelong District Football League Bingo Centre out there, White Eagle House, Falmungers Road, Breakwater. 6 days a week, call in and see Peter Connolly or give him a ring on the phone on 218-484, the Geelong and District Football League Bingo Centre, White Eagle House, Breakwater. We see the 3/4 time scoreboard, the Aussie Tapes 3/4 time scoreboard. Geelong West Cricket and Football Club 10 goals 11.71, leading East Belmont 3 goals 8.26. Aussie Tapes exclusively used by Guest.